Center is about $20 million over budget, and its opening has been delayed twice.
KTIV is seeking answers about those delays and increased costs by filing an open records request known as a Freedom of Information Act request. KTIV's Matt Hoffman has been following the project for more than a year. Matt, where do things stand on our Freedom of Information Act request?
Yeah, guys, this process to get information on the new jail for Woodbury County taxpayers is taking months, and it's costing money. County supervisors tell us they don't have a problem making the records public, but the LEC authority is ultimately in charge of releasing those records. Now, KTIV has already paid once for these documents, and now we're being told it's going to cost even more. On September 5th, 2023, LEC Authority Chairman Ron Wick told KTIV the project would be delayed, primarily because of fire damper issues. But in May of last year, he said the September opening date was pretty much set in stone.
It creates a delay in the process again, and we were just talking about that. We don't want delays. We want this thing done on the 14th of September.
On September 5th, 2023, we filed our FOIA request seeking emails and documents. Then, on September 18th, Jody McDougal, the authority's lawyer, emailed KTIV saying the request was, quote, extremely broad, and she asked us to narrow it. We did so 2 days later. It wasn't until October 20th that the authority provided an estimated cost to obtain the records. That invoice totaled $5,635. We further narrowed our request in order to reduce that cost. After more negotiations, the authority sent us an estimate for $3,015 and told us they wouldn't begin working on the request until it was paid. KTIV delivered that payment on December 20th. The authority told KTIV on January 3rd, 2 weeks after we paid, that the documents would not be available within the original month timeline, that they instead wouldn't be available until February 15th. According to the authority, Shane Albrecht, the authority's owner's rep, had a medical issue and was unable to process our request under the original month's timeline. KTIV then attended the authority's meeting on February 13th, 2 days before that deadline.
Because of photos, drawings, specs, so it's layers and layers, thousands of documents, layers and layers of review.
It was then that the authority's lawyer said the final invoice would be more than estimated. And while the records would technically be available on the 15th, the authority wouldn't send us the final invoice until the 22nd. Here's the final invoice we received from the authority for our FOIA request. It states the fees are due upon receipt with a new total cost of almost $12,000. No documents have been provided, despite the $3,015 that KTIV paid back in December. Now, KTIV paid the agreed-upon cost of $3,015 from our initial filing to get these records actually back in December, Matt. And so far, we have received nothing. Now the authority is telling us it's going to cost almost $12,000. They won't release anything until this is paid in full.
So help us out, Matt. What kind of records are we talking about in this request?
Yeah, so these would be emails, text messages, and other documents. Now, we believe these documents should be public so that the taxpayers know why there are delays and increased costs for building this new jail. And it's concerning and frustrating that we paid what they asked, though nothing has been turned over. And of course, the cost for the FOIA keeps on increasing. Actually, for those text messages, they were part of the original request, but now the authority's lawyer says it will take up to 15 additional hours to produce those. And actually, Matt, the authority is meeting tomorrow. There is an agenda item for our records request, but for now, we have to wait and see what happens.
All right, Matt Hoffman in studio tonight. Matt, thank you.